Episode 7, Elena hadn't even opened her cafe when the first email hit. Then came the calls. By noon, reporters were outside snapping photos through the windows. 2 girls walked by whispering her name. An older woman glared and muttered, "Gold digger." It had only been a day since the Met Gala. The kiss. The headlines. The crown-shaped necklace now resting against her collarbone. But it was enough to turn her whole world upside down. Adrien showed up by 3 p.m. in a black SUV. She didn't ask how he got past the crowd. He walked in, jaw tight, and pulled her into the back room without a word. Then he held her face. "I'm sorry." Elena looked up at him, trying not to let her voice shake. "They've called me everything. A social climber. A nobody from Brooklyn. They said I'm using you." "They're wrong," he said fiercely. "And none of it matters. It does when it follows me to work," she said. "Or when someone dumps coffee on my table just to make a point." Adrien's hands dropped to his sides. "I should have prepared you. I knew dating you would be different. I just didn't know it would feel like war." There was silence between them for a beat. Then Adrien said quietly, "They've started calling me too." "Who?" "My mother. My uncle. The royal board." "The board?" Elena blinked. "They manage the royal image, the investments, the public affairs, and apparently my private life." He looked tired, dark circles under his eyes like he hadn't slept. "What did they say?" "They're furious. The photos. The kiss. You. They say it's tarnishing the Valmont name." Elena looked down at the floor. "So what happens now?" "They're summoning me to Geneva." "When?" "Tonight." Her heart dropped. "And me? I want you to come." She blinked. You're serious?" "I need them to see you. The real you. Not the media version. Not what Amelie paints you as." "Adrien, I don't think I'm ready to stand in front of kings and queens." He took her hand. "You're stronger than you think, and I'm not facing them without you." By midnight, they were on a private jet. Elena sat by the window, gripping Adrien's hand the whole way. Geneva looked like something out of a postcard. Mountains, lakes, cobbled streets, but she barely noticed. All she could think about was what came next. Adrien's world, his bloodline, his mother. They arrived at the Valmont estate at sunrise. It was more like a castle than a home. White stone walls, fountains, tall guards in dark blue uniforms. Elena's breath caught. "This is where you grew up?" she asked softly. Adrien nodded. "I hated it." They were taken to a private parlor where 3 people sat waiting. A man with silver hair and a stern expression. Lord Henry, the royal investment head. A sharp-eyed woman in pearls and icy judgment. Adrien's mother, Lady Colette Valmont. And of course, Amelie. No hugs. No greetings. Just cold, quiet disappointment. Adrien stood tall, pulling Elena beside him. Colette was the first to speak. "So this is the American," she said coolly. "The cafe girl." Elena held her chin up. "My name is Elena." "Of course," Colette said. "We've read your interviews. You seem spirited." Adrien stepped forward. "She's not here for your approval. She's here because I love her." Lord Henry scoffed. "Love? You're a Valmont, not a poet." "She's smart," Adrien said. "She's grounded. She's everything this family has forgotten how to be." "You're gambling with centuries of legacy," Amelie said sharply. Adrien looked at her. "No, I'm saving it." Elena felt her knees weaken, but she didn't speak. She let Adrien fight for her, and for once she wasn't afraid. After the meeting, they were given a guest room. Elena sat by the window in silence, watching the gardens below. Adrien came up behind her, wrapping his arms around her waist. "You didn't have to defend me like that," she whispered. "I did," he said, "and I will again." She turned to him. "Will it be enough?" He kissed her forehead. "It has to be." That night, there was a formal dinner. Elena wore a sleek black gown that no one held her hand under the table, but Adrien's gaze never left her. After dinner, he led her to the royal gardens. It was cold, quiet, moonlight glowing off the fountains. "Marry me," Adrien whispered suddenly. She turned. "What?" He stepped closer. "Not tonight, not even this year, but someday, for real, not for headlines, not for rebellion. Elena stared at him, then reached up and touched his jaw. I'm scared, so am I, but I still want to say yes. He smiled, and then he kissed her, beneath the stars, beneath the crown, beneath it all. And for once, everything felt exactly right.